Let's get you the headlines. Angry words at the UN as the organization's chief criticizes both Israel and Hamas over their conduct in Gaza. Meanwhile, the freed Israeli hostage 85-year-old Yocheved Lifshitz speaks of her ordeal at the hands of her captors.
I was laying on a motorcycle, my body on one side and my legs on the other. And the Hamas men beat me on the way. They didn't break my ribs, but hurt me very much.
Amidst the conflict, a new life in besieged Gaza, but her mother is fighting to survive after an airstrike.
The hospital here in Nasser are struggling to cope with the number of people injured. I have seen people treated in the corridor of the hospital.
At least 7 people have died in a pileup involving 158 cars caused by a dense superfog in the U.S. state of Louisiana. The accident took place on a bridge between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. China says the defense minister Li Shangfu has been sacked 2 months after he disappeared from public view. He's the second minister to be abruptly removed after the foreign minister was replaced in the month of July. British scientists say bird flu has been detected in Antarctica for the first time. The experts say that the deadly virus could pose a serious threat to penguins and other local species on the continent, which is a key breeding ground for many birds.
Off-duty pilot who allegedly tried to crash a passenger jet said he did so after suffering an apparent nervous breakdown. That's according to court documents. Joseph David Emerson was sitting in the cockpit of an Alaska Airlines flight when the alleged incident occurred on Sunday. He's been charged with 83 counts of attempted murder. Women in Iceland took part in a 24-hour strike over gender inequality, sexual violence and pay disparities. At the same time, thousands of people gathered in the country's capital to hear speeches and songs from supporters of women's rights and gender equality. The strike shuttered some schools and libraries. Even hospitals said they would only handle emergency cases. Gambia's High Court has opened a trial over the deaths of children who took a cough syrup made by an Indian pharmaceutical company. Around 70 children died under the age of 5 last year after taking the over-the-counter medicine. The World Health Organization linked the deaths to the syrups, saying it had found unacceptable levels of toxins in the medicines.